Hey, welcome to your Unit 4 overview for this chemistry unit that we're going to be starting today and really as we go through the next few weeks. We are going to be pulling back in old information from Unit 3A with regards to nomenclature, so being able to name and write formulas is rearing its ugly head again. So you will want to make sure that you take time over the next couple of days to review those rules that we used in Unit 3 for nomenclature and be ready to understand how to name and write formulas, because in this unit we're going to be looking at writing and balancing chemical equations as well as predicting products and figuring out the different types of reactions. When it comes to chemical equations and balancing them, we do have to take into consideration the law of conservation of mass, or the law of conservation of matter, which basically says we can't create or destroy matter in a chemical reaction, and we can simply just rearrange things, and the chemical equation actually shows us how those chemicals are rearranged. And so we can indicate how those atoms are rearranging and making sure that we have the same number of atoms in the reactants as we do as the products by using coefficients. And so when we think about writing chemical equations, we have to think about the fact that we're starting with reactants and we're ending with products. And so by thinking through those, we need to make sure that however the rearranged products come out, that we have not added or removed atoms in that. In addition, there's a lot of little symbols that you're going to see over the next few weeks with regards to after each substance. So whether it's a compound or molecule, you might see a G in parentheses, an L or an S. Those are telling you the states of matter. The same thing is true of AQ. That just means that the solid was dissolved in water. So we use the idea of aqueous or AQ. You might see the triangle. That's an indication that heat is either being applied or that heat is being produced. The arrow tells me that that is yielding, so that's where we go from our reactants to our products. If a catalyst is used, oftentimes you'll see an X. We're probably not going to deal much with that, but just so in case you see it. And the plus symbol is used when we take two reactants and combine them to make products. And oftentimes if you have two reactants, you'll have two products. But we'll get into all of those details of types of reactions when we get there. We will be looking at that towards the end of our time. And then we will finish up with types of chemical reactions, making sure we can figure out how to produce what those are with regards to our products. So those are the two main things that we're going to be looking at through this unit, and hopefully you will enjoy our time as we do some CSI labs and some fun things associated with both types of chemical reactions and predicting those products. Be ready. We're finishing strong through the rest of the semester.